If you listen closely, you can hear it. The earth is speaking, not in words, but in the rustle of leaves, the rhythm of waves, the heartbeat beneath your feet. Every gust of wind, every bird's song, every crack of thunder is a message. And if you've been feeling lost, perhaps it's because you've forgotten the language of the world that gave you life. Today, we remember. Once, not so long ago, we walked as children of the earth, not visitors, not owners, but kin. Our ancestors felt the soil under their bare feet as a pulse, a reminder they were standing on the body of their mother. They drank from streams whose waters mirrored the sky. They spoke to the mountains in silence, and the mountains replied. But then, the world grew louder. Cities rose, screens glowed, and we forgot the sound of our oldest friend's voice. The bond that had been woven over thousands of years became a faint thread, almost invisible. You felt it, that quiet ache, that longing you can't name. It's the earth calling you back. You can hear her in the sigh of a breeze across your face. You can see her in the way dawn light touches the tips of the trees. You can feel her in the weight of a stone in your hand, holding a story older than humanity itself. This is not imagination. The earth has always spoken in the language of symbols, sensations, and synchronicities. For the indigenous peoples of every land, these whispers were guidance, prophecy, and comfort. But in our modern rush, we dismissed them as superstition, not realizing we were turning down the volume on the very voice that sustains us. Signs from the sacred world. Spend time in nature and you'll start to notice patterns. The same bird crossing your path at the same hour every day. The wind picking up just as you're about to make a decision, almost as if urging you to pause. The sudden stillness in a forest when danger is near. Science calls these coincidences, spirituality calls them messages, and the more you listen, the clearer they become. In truth, the earth is always speaking, but she never shouts. To hear her, you must match her pace, slow your breathing, and let the noise of the human world fall away. The first step's back. Reconnection does not require you to abandon your life and live in the wilderness. It begins with small, sacred acts. Remove your shoes and feel the ground as if meeting it for the first time. Watch a sunset without distraction, letting its colours write their story across your mind. Hold your palm against the bark of an old tree and imagine the centuries it has witnessed. These are not just romantic gestures. They are reminders to your spirit. You're not separate. You're not above. You're part of the great breathing, growing, dying, and renewing that is life itself. The invitation. And if you continue, if you dare to listen more deeply, something remarkable happens. The land begins to recognize you again. The wind greets you as a friend. The stars seem to shift just slightly, as though making space for your return. And one day, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps years from now, you will hear it, not with your ears, but in your soul. The earth will speak your name, and she will say, "Are you ready to remember who you are?" The answer to the call. When the earth speaks your name, you feel it in your bones. It's not a sound, but a recognition, like a memory surfacing from a place beyond time. And in that moment, you know, the separation was never real. The rivers still flow with your reflection. The winds still carry your breath. The soil still holds the imprint of your ancestors' steps. You were never lost, only sleeping, and now you are awake. But awakening is not the end, it is the beginning. For once you hear the earth call, you're given a choice, to walk back into forgetfulness, or to step forward into guardianship. Lessons from the land. The earth is a patient teacher. She shows you the truth in cycles, in the way winter surrenders to spring, in the way leaves fall not in despair, but in preparation for renewal. She teaches balance. The hawk takes a life, but only to feed its own. The river cuts the stone, but also nourishes the valley it floods. And perhaps her greatest lesson is humility, that no creature, no force, no single life exists in isolation. Even the smallest ant carries the ecosystem on its back. This is not metaphor, this is reality, hidden in plain sight. And if you watch closely enough, you'll begin to see yourself reflected in every blade of grass, every grain of sand. Healing through connection. There is a strange alchemy that happens when you immerse yourself in the natural world. Your breath deepens without effort, your mind quiets without force. The weight on your chest, the one you didn't know you were carrying, begins to lift. This is not just emotional healing. Science now tells us that time in nature lowers blood pressure, strengthens immunity, and even repairs the brain. But those are only the side effects. The real medicine is the reminder that you're not broken. You have only been living cut off from your source, and when you reconnect, your soul remembers how to sing. The sacred exchange reconnection is not just about taking. If you truly wish to walk this path, you must give back. Plant trees, even if you will not live to see their full height. Protect rivers, even if you never drink from them again. Speak for the forests, the oceans, and the creatures who have no voice in human courts. Your offerings need not be grand, they must simply be sincere. The earth does not measure worth in scale, but in intention. Even the act of leaving a place cleaner than you found it is a form of prayer. The Guardian's Path. To be a guardian of the earth is not to live in constant struggle, but in constant awareness. It is to wake each day and ask, how can I walk lightly? It is to celebrate beauty not with ownership, but with reverence. It is to understand that the world does not belong to us. We belong to the world. And when you live this way, you begin to notice something extraordinary. The more you care for the earth, the more the earth cares for you. Opportunities arrive like rain in a dry season. Peace settles into the cracks of your mind. Life becomes less about survival and more about communion. Truth. One day you will leave this body and return to the soil. Your bones will feed the roots of trees. Your breath will scatter into the winds, your essence will seep into the veins of the earth. But you don't have to wait until then to belong. You belong now. You always have. And when you care for the earth, when you listen to her voice and act as her keeper, you are doing more than preserving a planet. You are preserving yourself. Because the earth is not separate from you. She is you. And every time you choose to protect her, you are choosing to protect the part of yourself that is eternal.